So about a year ago, I decided to start making videos and sharing my opinions on some of the games I play a lot, and it sort of subconsciously made me see games in a more critical way than I ever would have. And although that's a mostly positive change because it can level your expectations and make you really think about why you dislike or like something about a game, it can lead to you dissecting every aspect of a game, and that to me is where it loses its magic of playing games to begin with. I first experienced this with Payday 3, of course being the first game I really gave my thoughts on, and it sort of opened the floodgates of the opinions I've been keeping to myself over the past years. But for Payday 3 particularly, I did a bunch of challenge slash analysis style of videos, and one thing that stood out to me above all else from those videos that I made is that people seem to favor ranty or highly critical type of videos more than the traditional like builds and setups or tips and tricks, or I don't know, like regular gameplay videos. Being as naive as I was, I thought that those other videos, the ones where people roast and complain about obviously bad video games, I thought that those videos would be more niche than the ones that I tried to make. Now let me say this before anyone thinks this. I don't care about subscribers or views. Obviously, as you can see, I'm a very small channel. I make videos on games that I like, games that engage me for any period of time that I have strong opinions of, games that I wanted to talk about forever, but I didn't know how to do it in a structured format of a video. That's the reason I make videos, is to get my opinions on these games out there and hear what other players of these games think, or just hearing their perspective in general. However, at some point it became so obvious that I would get a lot more engagement from videos with a negative premise or overwhelmingly positive. You often can't sit somewhere in the middle on YouTube, is what I found, if you're gonna have like extremely opinionated videos. What does sell is being adamantly against the broader opinion of something, like in this video I'll put up on screen. Payday fans will know the ammo funnel debacle all too well, and how that is still somehow the most controversial thing to happen despite not really being a big deal in my opinion. And as I made more Payday 3 videos, this evidence trail just kept getting longer and longer until I was tired of being surrounded by it and I decided to pursue other games. That is where Warframe comes in, and right off the bat I did not know the Warframe community was as big as it was, but damn did they show up in force for my first video. Of course I was extremely new to the game, as was displayed by me using a legendary core mod on a basic mod, and so I was flooded with tips and well wishes from all over the place. But that's the other side of things, like to this whole like debate, is the overwhelmingly positive or hyped videos for the game, which is what I displayed in my Warframe is batshit insane video, is because it was batshit insane. It was something I never experienced in a looter shooter style live service game before, and for the most part I was just overwhelmingly glowing and positive about the game. But that just goes to show that that kind of video can burst into popularity and stand out from the average video just as much as the negative videos will. Unfortunately for me though, I can often provoke both sides of the extremes, as I'm just a straight shooter kind of guy, and so later when I posted stuff like Warframe's great but it's not perfect, that video, I could already see the doubts of people who watched my more positive Warframe videos in the past. And then finally my latest Warframe video, which I explained why I was quitting Warframe, which to be fair I walked back a bit because I am playing Warframe again, just more casually at a casual pace, let's say, but I still hold to everything I said in that video, and the response to that video was massive. I don't think I've ever gotten so many comments in the first 2 days of uploading a video, and since I tried to read and reply to almost all the comments, it was obvious that my opinion was overwhelmingly disliked from the Warframe community. I actually cleared up some of the things I said in one of my live streams I did since posting it. Also, yeah, I'm going to be live streaming Warframe from time to time, just around, I would say around 1800 Central, so come check it out if you have time. But it again just reinforced that critical, controversial, ranty, complainy kind of videos, as well as just completely and utterly glazing type of videos, do the best, at least in terms of gaming. This kind of makes it challenging for me to put out videos I want to, because again, I don't care about the views, but rather the perspective of people who watch my videos is what I like the best, at least from an engagement angle. I'll still post the type of videos I want even if they get literally 0 views, because it's because I got my opinion out there and that's what I want to do. But just like everyone else who makes videos, whether it's for fun or it's for work, I also want to make videos that people want to watch and talk about as well. So it's been interesting for me to sort of find that balance and find out how I could do both, because there are people out there who do like the gameplay type of videos and tips and tricks kind of videos, it's just that crowd of people is getting smaller and smaller with every year. And trust me, I'm not a dumbass. I know that the drama of games appeals to a much wider audience than it's ever done. It's probably because of the interconnectivity with like other entertainments like TV shows and, you know, games getting turned into movies and stuff like that. I just talked to a guy actually I knew from my Xbox days, and he says he doesn't even play video games anymore, but he likes to watch video game dumpster fire content. And he says that it's really funny to watch a game be endlessly mocked, say like Forspoken or Saints Row Reboot.
Did I just do that?
Well, definitely with my assistance.
I did not just do that.
We did.
I just moved shit with my mind.
I've told you before, the idols are trying to build a post-capitalist society where money is not a concept.
Yeah? Then why don't you go run off and join the commune?
And I get that to a certain extent, but for me, most of the time I fall somewhere in the like 70 to 85% range of positivity. And if you're not 100% positive, over the moon glazing, or like minus 100% bashing something, it just doesn't get much attention anymore. At least that's what I think. But this isn't a poor excuse to like follow up on that Warframe video I did that was like highly controversial. I honestly was just thinking this for a couple of months now, and I'm curious to see what other people think about it, because obviously like more critical content is going to be pushed to other people because it's just a wider audience out there than tips and tricks or like hidden secrets kind of videos. Those appeal to a very specific audience of a hardcore fan base, you know, or like build style videos. People who go out and look for that kind of content, they're gonna find it. Whereas you can find ranty or like, I don't want to say this guy's name, you know, Asmongold kind of content, you know, where they don't really care about what they're talking about, but it's because it's a situation or it's a drama surrounding a video game, so they have to talk about it, and everyone just eats it up, even though it's not really, frankly, good content. But people love the drama surrounding video games. So that's at least my take on it. If you have some, like, if you think differently or if you have a different viewpoint of it, let me know that in the comments down below. I promise this was not just some excuse for me to like respond or something to my last video. I don't really give a shit about that. I honestly was just thinking this for a while now. But anyways, that's it for me. I'll see you next time.